There's a lot of skins, so look at the description right now for all the chapters for all the collection continuations, and let's just get started. So, lots of skins, 114 in total. If you want the collection link, it's in the description at the very top. Let's jump in, let's get started. For the first skin of this video, the first deployable, this right here is the Hypnosis spinning wheel. Yes, don't stare at it for too long. You will subscribe to Hedge, tier 3 sub on Twitch. Anyway, so this is produced by Novarom. I was expecting, anticipating something like this after Igor got his Dark Wheel being accepted. Do you reckon it'll be accepted? Well, consider showing your support. Consider voting yes or no if you'd like to see something like this being accepted. And do you reckon we'll see some more spinning wheel skins in the future? We shall see. Next up, we got some rug skins. Let's go take a look at those. Here we have the landscaping rug. A very nice, interesting design. It's like mosaic stone pattern. Walking towards my ever so lovely serene base. Yes, a very lovely little pattern there produced by Oasis. Get a look at that. It doesn't glow in the dark, but it still looks very pretty. Look at the shine, the sunlight on the pattern there. Looking very nice. Good job there, good sir. And over to here we have competition. A glow in the dark rug, which says welcome. I've seen many designs like this. Rarely do I see one that glows in the dark like that. But I'll just sit here and say I doubts. However, if you like it, show your support. Best of luck to Adoinski. Now over to here we have some furnaces to take a look at. The first one is the trash furnace, and I've got to give credit to him. Yeah, that looks like it smells. Good job. It's an overflowing like a trash can. Let's set fire to it. Yeah, that's the perfect idea. Good job there, Mr. Wigan. But honestly, yeah, that's a pretty fun, unique idea, so best of luck to you. But he does have competition, because over to here, ketchup. Well, that's a little bit different. I don't know why would set fire to it. But, at least it'll smell better. So best of luck to Sad Happy. That's a perfectly fine, unique idea. Oh, God, it's going to smell. Right, sleeping bags. Off we go. We've got some interesting designs right here. So here we have the natural sleeping bag, the version 1. And yes, it's nice and green. We did recently have a green sleeping bag, the Jungle Tomb. Do you reckon we could potentially see another one? Well, we're about to keep an eye out. Best of luck to Apache and Shaft. They also have a second version here where the actual pillow bit is like a nice brown. Just to confirm, yeah, that's like a rock, and that's just like dirt. Okay, fair enough. Which one do you prefer? Feel free to comment below. Jungle sleeping bag made out of bamboo. Is that good for your back? I don't know. Well, if you sleep on your side, maybe it'll be alright. Maybe. We also have a second version here, so this one has a pillow as well. Okay, we do need the pillow. I'm just saying, right? Super helpful. So, Vlek, Igor, best of luck to you. Let's see if that works out quite nicely. But over to here, this right here is a collection continuation. It's the Fallen collection making a return. So, if we could just quickly hop over to here. Now, if you're seeing this issue, it's affecting everybody. SMM's having some problems at the moment. All you got to do is just refresh. It should fix itself. There we go. Right. So let's go take a look at the Fallen collection. Oh, wait a little second. There we go. Right, so all we have is clothing armor and one sword. We have seen some very interesting deployables being made over the past, several weeks, but none of them have been accepted so far. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I don't think a deployable would make a huge difference with this, but I'm still hoping for that tier 3. We do have quite some interesting tier 3 armor that we'll be showcasing a little bit later, but I stand by the point. I don't think we'll see that much change if we were to see like a sleeping bag being accepted. Regardless, would you like to sleep in some bones? Again, is your back going to appreciate that? So best of luck to Robstar. We'll see how that turns out. Right, moving on. Okay, we've got 2 small boxes, and both of them are collection continuations. So Neon Storage Small Ammo Box. Last year, May 23rd, 2024, we saw the resurgence of the Neon Storage collection. We saw the fuel box being accepted, didn't we? And after that, we got 4 more. So in total last year, we got 5 small boxes, then we got 3 lockers, and then we got 3 garage doors. Somewhat recently, we got the Neon Exit garage door being accepted. Duck returned to it. He resubmitted the exit door and it was accepted. What do you reckon about this? Would you like to see another resurgence of the Neon Storage collection? Well, do you reckon we could get a few more small boxes being added? I have to ask you, out of all possible options, what would you like to see for some Neon Storage small boxes? Now, if I could just quickly take a look at the actual collection in itself. Obviously, it's not just a storage collection anymore, but is it really going to have that much of an impact? I will sit here and say I don't think so, but the small boxes at the very least would appreciate it. Now, as expected with the small boxes, they kind of sold a little bit too ridiculously, didn't they? But it is neon collection, neon storage collection. People like super hyped for it. Oh wow, we're returning to one of the most super invested collections in all the game. Of course, people are going to jump in and buy tons of them. But for what they're currently doing right now, it's not that bad. You know, initially things were bad. They all did go down to around and less than $1. But as time has gone on, they have gracefully risen up in price. I do think the small boxes actually might spike up in price quite nicely if we were to see that small ammo box being accepted. But then if we get like another series of small boxes, that new batch of small boxes would just go through the exact same behaviour these did. However, because these came out a year ago, they would actually rise up quite nicely. That would be the nice hope. So that specifically, yeah, the large boxes are already too expensive, and these, no, not so much. I know we recently had the Neon Exit Garage Door, and it didn't have an impact on these, but the garage doors don't have that much like interest compared to this, and especially those. So, point made. So yeah, feel free to comment below. What new neon small box would you like to see potentially being made? Stand up and scream it out to the world. So yep, a perfectly fine glow-in-the-dark box. Best of luck to Mr. Duck. Cryo box. So, somewhat recently, we did see the fridge being accepted, didn't we? Yep. We have seen some very cool looking cryo skins being made, but here's the problem. They haven't been accepted. I don't know. I've got no clue why Face Punch only wanted the fridge. But then again, you know, maybe they could turn around and, you know, then start accepting cryo stuff. Maybe from here, we'll see. Like, a good example would be like Deep Ruby Collection. They had several things, and then we saw a collection continuation. It could be like the recent All or Nothing large box. Took a while until something was accepted, because we actually had the garage door accepted a good couple months back. Between all that, we saw like a garage, like a double door, a rug and whatnot, but only then did we see that being accepted. So yeah, so let's just go straight here to the Steam market. Now, as you can see, we are not. We're not looking at that many because there's hardly any listings. This was one of the fridges that came out and just instantly went up in price. So if I actually look at all the fridges in general, let's take a look. And what do I see? There we go. I'm still under the impression as we go through the summertime, fridges very likely will be appreciated a lot more. Because, of course, we're going to start seeing a lot more people turning up now. We're now in June. We're now expecting a lot of kids to start playing Rust. Because, of course, time off school. Again, I have to take into consideration everybody around the world. But at the very least, in the Western world, summer vacation. Yeah, now you get it. So, whilst these have kind of suffered, these have progressed ever so nicely. But these also didn't sell that much. So, yeah. And also, that's a very cool, awesome-looking glow-in-the-dark transparent design for a fridge. I think we could agree on that. If we were to see the small box being accepted, I could see this rising up in price ever so nice. There's not that much stock. It's already doing very good. The bilders are holding it up ever so nicely. This is going to have a good summer regardless. All right. So, all right, that's something to look forward to. And again, if we don't get the small box being accepted, it's still a very good thing to consider. Just saying. Just saying. So, best of luck to you, Mr. Fuff. Keep up the good work. But at some point, it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up doing something else. He's trying, but Face Punch, they're just not picking it up. Now we have large boxes. Alright, let's go take a look at all of these, and then we, of course, have a collection continuation. So, over here, Stoneborn Large Box. A very cool, interesting design. And then we have the alternate version, the one that glows. Mr. Milho Frito has trying something out. Do you like it? Feel free to comment below. Yes, this is the one that does glow, as you can see there, sort of, and here. Yep. But this one over here, this one does not glow. So, best of luck to you, good sir, Milho Frito and Sakati Similias. But you do have competition. For over to here, we have the Complex Protection Large Box, produced by Kratorius, Vici XVI, what would that be, 16, and then Coco Pima. Now, I've got to be honest with you guys, this feels like it should be a Halloween skin. But then again, you could be scary throughout the whole year. Yay! So, I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a cool looking design regardless. This is where I trapped all the souls of the damned. Or the people I've shot. Yeah, everybody should have one of these in their base. So, best of luck to you, and let's see if this develops into an interesting looking collection. Best of luck, best of luck. Over to here, we have an interesting design from Mr. Edgy Voxel. He's trying to get his Kintsugi design up and running. So when you smash like a vase, but repair it, it's like an art form in Japan. Very cool looking design. Does it glow in the dark? Quite faintly. Not super in your face, but it does glow on all sides. And then we had the blue version, and as you can see over to here, when we look at it at night time, you can see for yourself, wha-bam. Not super bright, but still glows on all sides. So best of luck to you, Voxel, but you do have competition. Bamboo large box. So of course we now have the small box currently in the workshop. Steam mark, Rust store. Where am I? Anyway, yes, that's currently got 22,685 subscribers. This is also an abnormal skin. Tomorrow night, Wednesday, we will be talking about that. So in regards to what I'm currently looking at, it looks like the word has got around that it's like super transparent, and you can utilize it in ways in which you could use it for peaks. It's not the most durable thing, but it's still super affordable. Like 100 Widow, I can get that. Like, so yeah, you get the idea. Depends how high up you are and whatnot. There are definitely options and, well, exploitative things you can use or do to make great use of this. But a large box, maybe that actually might be a little bit more different, a little bit more helpful perhaps, a little bit more durable, probably absorb a lot more bullets. Because let me tell you, you can see through, right, like, you can see through this super easily, right? Same thing can be said in regards to this right here. It's just, you just look through it. So if we've just had the small box being accepted, how likely do you reckon it will be that we get the large box accepted? And then if the large box were to be accepted, would that spike in price? With the current interest the small box has, I'm under the impression it's going to do good regardless. Alright? So this is something we're going to have to talk about tomorrow when we do the abnormals, but I'm looking at that with some reasonable interest. Like, I know in general I'd always say, small boxes, people don't care enough about them. But not only is this good for peaks, it's also super easy to not find it in like the jungle foliage. Very recently we had the Fireflies with small box. That actually worked out perfectly fine. Now, the collection in itself is already like what's the word to say? It's doing good. It's flourishing. This right here, it doesn't glow. It doesn't stand out that much. It's very easy to hide in a bush, some plants and whatnot. So that's another thing that's also helping out very much. So yeah, there's going to be quite a lot to discuss, but that very likely will be me doing a pretty good barge on it tomorrow. I'm looking at it with some well, strong interest. Yes. Feel free to comment below your opinions in regards to that. And yeah, if you like it, consider showing your support. Best of luck to Corey and Sud Center. That is looking appealing, and that looks like it's going to have a pretty fun future ahead of it. Cool. Moving on. Sheet metal doors. Let's go take a look at all of these. Alright, how many do we have? Quite a lot, actually. We do have quite a lot. First up, we have a wooden door, actually. Sorry about that. Omen wooden door, produced by Mr. Bed. Get a good look at this. It says, go away. Ah, the perfect door for me. Or, well, the one on the inside says, take care. So you'll have all the people inside your base, but everyone out there, yeah, go away. Now, that does glow in the dark, as you can see. Go away. It wouldn't surprise me if we probably saw something like this being accepted. It's been a while since we had a wooden door, and we do tend to get quite a decent amount of them throughout the year, but by default, I don't really trust wooden doors as investments. But if you like it because you want it, by all means, show your support. Best of luck to you, Bed. But we do have, well, no competition because that's the only one. Sheep metal doors. Hex Garden sheet metal door, produced by Mr. Himmick. As you can see here, a very bright, interesting design. He actually produced these like a year or so ago. He was trying something different. But in regards to what we see here, it's another attempt, and no transparency this time. This is all by itself, and it still looks very cool. A nice neon design with a very interesting pattern. Do you like it? Consider showing support. Best of luck to Himmick, but of course, competition. Drapery metal door transparency option. Okay, so this is the V2 without transparency, and then this is the one that, like, the original intention. So yeah, it's like some metal frame, and then you have like some holes here, and you're trying to cover it up with the drapes. Okay, that's cool. Is that super useful in terms of the transparency? Only in the bottom here. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see through that. But it's still a very interesting, unique idea. So get what it is. I respect it. It looks nice. And, well, do you like it? Feel free to comment below. Yeah, I think a lot of people could appreciate something like that. Now, does it glow? It looks like it does. It looks like it does. Would you consider that glow as that light being shone onto it? No, that does appear to be glow. Okay, fair enough. You should mention that, Kit. You should mention that. Okay, fair enough. Well, best of luck to you, Mr. Kit, and let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Now over to here, Dark Matter sheet metal door, produced by Ideal, an interesting neon design again. Of course, it glows ever so brightly. Yeah, that's looking pretty sweet. So yeah, if you happen to like this, consider showing your support. best of luck to Mr. Ideal. Labyrinth of the Minotaur, produced by L3ATR. Get a good of this. So, interesting glow-in-the-dark design. Very scary. Minotaur on the top. Ah, he's not that scary. His head stuck. Yeah. So, glow-in-the-dark. Pretty cool. And I did show this off in my preview video as well. So, do you like it? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to you. Over to here, competition. Sun Gate Sheet Metal Door. Is that transparency? There's no mention of it. No mention of it. So, no, it's just a door with a window. Hang on a minute. What am I seeing there? Why is there hold on a second. It looks like it is transparent. What? Oh, Mr. Confusion, you've forgotten to, point out that it's transparent. You might not get that accepted now because you didn't add that label. Yeah, skin creators are supposed to do that. So yes, it is transparent. It is transparent. But you didn't add it here. Well, we'll see what happens with that. Now over to here, it is the Night Hunter's Sheet Metal Door, and it glows quite. Ooh, okay. Look at all their little faces there. Gunya has produced the Night Hunter's Sheet Metal Door. It glows quite nicely, and it looks a bit cute. Do you like the little eyes? Well, best of luck to you, Gunya, but you do have competition because over to here we got the Guardian Metal Door, produced by RR3. He's making that sun move too quickly. Nah, I'm joking. I'm just being silly. But yeah, that's a lovely look at the design. Look how happy he is. Right, anyway. So, actually, it looks like a Bionicle. Is it? Right, we'll keep that secret then. All right, anyway. Best of luck to you. And then lastly, what do we have right here? From Mr. Gavency, it is the Jungle Metal Door version 2. Do you remember we recently had that very cool looking locker? Yep. Well, what do we have right here? It's a collection continuation. You got the tiger and the panther and the mosaic design. Very nice, shiny, and glows in the dark ever so prettily. Oh, yes, indeed. So, it's done it again. Yeah, this is going to happen throughout the video. I'm sorry. But we recently had that locker being accepted. It initially did quite alright. Did it actually hold up its value? So let's just go over to here. And I'm sorry to say, but it has dipped. It's dipped. Okay, so how much does it dip by, though, Hedge? Well, actually, it's not that much, to be honest with you. Sold for $2.50. There's 6 listings below. That's it. Okay. There's only 32 listings in total. Okay, that's fine. It actually was a little bit lower, but I guess, couldn't go too low because that's very pretty. Looks nice. If we see that sheet metal door being accepted, I could see this probably going up a little bit more. But I got to say, with 32 listings, I'm very surprised because that still did, what, like 20,000 subscribers almost? Well, if you go on SMD.app, you can click the actual picture. And yeah, there are a decent amount of them on the third-party sites, but not that much. I'm actually kind of surprised. Because if you can recall, this was the May 4 swipe rust door. Loads of sales across the board. Ooh, look at all those skins starting to suffer now because of it. But yeah, no, that is a bit of a surprise. So if that were to be accepted, I could see some nice things going on. Gavency, you've made a very lovely looking skin. I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate it. And if you're one of them, consider showing your support. Best of luck to Mr. Gavency. All right then, so interesting things there. Now, time for garage doors. And there's quite a lot of them again. Yippee. All right. Yep. Okay. We good? We good. We good enough. We're still collecting all the skins. Yes, there's still plenty more deployables. You should know by now there's always tons of deployables. Neon Drag... I'm so used to saying that next. Neon Jungle Garage Door. A nice, interesting glow-in-the-dark design. It's a hazmat man swinging on a tree. Best of luck to you, Mr. Delray. That looks fun and goofy. Over to here, we have the Rain Garage Door, produced by Salitra. It glows. You also have a little GIF here showcasing it perfectly as well. Yep. Thank you very much, Salitra. A GIF like that is always nice and helpful. So if you like it, consider showing support. Best of luck to Salitra. And of course, all the other people that have made a garage door, including Icona, with this very strange-looking black portal garage door. I showed this off in my preview video. Got the gargoyles all around here. It's like a swimming pool. I don't want to jump in. But yeah, giggle at that. That's looking somewhat scary. Yes, and I do believe we have a second version here. Yep, this one's a lot more blue in the middle. Stands out very nicely. If you saw my preview video, you've already seen it. And, well, when you move around, it's got like an interesting like hollow effect. So, all right. Best of luck to you, Connor. Let's see if that's your first ever acceptance. Over to here, we have the garage door target produced by Bastaz. Giggle at this. Yep, just shoot right there and get maximum points. just make sure it's rolled down, okay? And don't have anybody stand right behind it. Now, I do believe we have a second version here. No. I thought it was the same thing. But yep, a nice bit of target practice. Best of luck to you, Bestaz. Best of luck with you potentially getting your first ever skin to be accepted. Over to here, we have the Decay Garage Door, produced by Nui. It was similar in design. I thought it was just the same thing, but orange. But yeah, nice, cool-looking skull, and I'm pretty sure this glows in the dark quite nicely. Yep, cool. So, best of luck to you, Nui. Over to here, with the Cryo Area Garage Door, produced by Decap. A very nice light blue design that stands out very nicely, and of course at night time, stands out very nicely. So, best of luck to you, Mr. Decap. Hang on a minute. Isn't this very similar to your recent... You've seen that before, but it was green. But what was it called? Greening area. Ah. So now you're doing, what? Cold area? Cryo area? Okay. Oh. So kind of, that didn't occur to me until I've looked at it. Would you like to see a nice blue version of this? Well, feel free to comment below. Does that mean you're going to do a heating one as well? That's going to be red? Why not? Alright. And then over to here. This right here is a collection continuation. You may recall Tank Armour, because I mentioned it a lot recently, because, well, Tank Armour was one of the skins that was bought out with the Jungle Hype. Well, one of these three. They're light green. Not super green, but green enough that people would appreciate them. Face mask went all the way up to like $9 at one point. This actually improved. This used to be down in price pretty badly, but people have respectfully used it as a nice alternative for a cheaper chest plate. And the gloves, well, we don't have that many green Roadsign gloves. That went up in price ever so nicely as well. We, of course, also got the SAR, but after that, we didn't get anything else. There's been other weapons being made, but... So it looks like Mr... sorry, I forgot your name. Well, if we go over to here, we'll be able to find it. Mr. Kurama Project, sorry about that. He has gone ahead and tried to dabble into deployables. Now, they did make like a door previously, but they've gone back to this. You can see all the carnage, the damage it's withstood. Oh, goodness. So, okay, that's nice. And we also have a glow-in-the-dark version right here as well, so that's also looking pretty appealing. So, yeah. Could we see a nice spike price if we were to see that garage door being accepted with the Tank Armour? Where'd it go? Whoops, I've lost it. With the Tank Armour skins potentially spike price? I don't think so. But Kurama Project, if you're watching this, it couldn't hurt to go back and do your tier 2 and hoodie and pants again. Like, it's been a while. I think Face Bunch would be more than happy to see it. Like, so many people are yearning for some green stuff. Yours was just about green enough that people would still like crave it and want it. So, for that, let's see what happens. But yeah, which version do you like more? Feel free to comment below. And best luck to Kurama Project. It's just I don't think the garage door is going to have that much of an impact. Sorry to say. Wooden double door. Cool, we're starting to see a lot more of these now. VHS tonight has made a very fun, goofy design. You got all the guys here, and he's been attacked, and... Oh, it's the same thing from the previous week, isn't it? Yeah. That panther is still just peeved. What do I do to end up in this situation, huh? So, yeah, okay, wooden double door, looking cool. And then we have a glow-in-the-dark version as well. Very nice, very cool. Do you like it? Feel free to comment below. And, well, I do believe we have competition, because over to here, that is a collection continuation. Mr. Yer has finally gone ahead and made the Whittled Bloom wooden double door. I was wanting this. It looks very pretty, and I think a lot of people would like that. But let's go ahead and type in Whittled Bloom at the moment, because unfortunately, large box and, and the wooden door, the single wooden door. Yeah. They did try for a locker as well. That wasn't accepted. But let me tell you, I love wooden double doors. They're lovely investments. But no, seriously, that looks very, very nice. That right there, if that were to be accepted, but I thought that would actually be a very nice pickup. Now, this doesn't glow in the dark, but does it need to? Doesn't matter. Still, it's a wooden double door. It's a rare sight to see, and a lot of people would appreciate that as a nice investment. So, best of luck to you, yeah, but I don't think that being accepted would make that much of an impact on these two. Sorry to say. But still, independently by itself, I'm looking forward to it. Sheet metal double doors, and we have the Gator Pool sheet metal double door. One gator going that way, one gator going that way. Yes, they're in sync. They swim around and around and around. So yes, a nice glow-in-the-dark design produced by Mr. Voodoo. Best of luck to you, good sir. Let's see if that works out quite nicely. Let's see if people would appreciate something like that. But he does have competition. For what we have over here is the Infection sheet metal double door with transparency. It glows and it's also transparent. So I'm sure many of you are fully well aware, but recently the bombshell sheet metal double door has been rising up in price ever so nice. It's appeared in the front page a few times in the Rusty market. That right there, that to be accepted. Oh my, I might actually jump onto that because I never bought in on the sheet metal double door for the bombshell. It was before we had the massive amounts from the previous year and whatnot. That came out in 2023. If only you knew, Hedge. If only you knew, because that's what quadrupled in price now. Well, do you reckon something like this would be very cool? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to Bitrate and Yagami. Let's see if that works out, but just don't touch that. And over to here. Oh, another instance of this. So I've already talked about the Evolved collection, which only consists of a wooden door. Look at the collection over here. You'll see it right there. He made one of these like 2 weeks ago. Or was it a week ago? No, it was 2 weeks ago. So I've already talked about this. It's a very nice looking design. I don't know what's different, but I will sit here and say, if that were to be accepted, I don't really anticipate the wooden door going up in price that much. But I do welcome the idea of seeing another sheet metal double door. And for what I have, for what we have here, it looks nice, it looks cool, and I think a lot of people would appreciate it. So best of luck to you still, but no, I don't think the wooden door would make that much of a difference, and we've already talked about that 2 weeks ago. So over to here now, we have an interesting new collection continuation. That's the sheet metal double door. This right here is the Cobalt Jungle sheet metal double door, and yeah, I asked for this. I was like, what was it in the Armour double door messages? Was it the Armour door? Regardless, he responded. He said, yeah, okay, a lot of people want that. I'll go and make it. And yes, he has, because that right there is a lovely looking design. And if you were to put that right next to all the green, what am I thinking of? Shipping container skin. I think a lot of people like that a lot. Yes. So this does not appear to glow in the dark. No mentions of that. Let me just double check and make sure if he's potentially made a glow in the dark version. No, that was the armored door. Okay, fair enough. I'm looking forward to that if it were to be accepted. I am well aware that a new sheet metal double door Twitch drop is on the horizon as well. So we'll talk about that at the end. You can skip ahead. Remember, everything's chaptered. But yeah, that right there, if it to be accepted, would it cause the armor double door to spike a spike in price? How far back are we going? 2 weeks ago? I think so. So, yeah, the armor door, yep. Armor double door, you are definitely a collection, part of the same collection. The reason why I say this is because we've previously had 2 other doors made by the same skin creator that, well, when you see them in a second, you'll understand what I'm trying to say. But, that right there, I've been through this before. Armour double doors, rare sight to see. Hardly do you ever see that many being accepted. Last year we had a few, but all of them ended up turning out perfectly fine. Even the non-glowing one went from $2.49 to $4. This is going to be a slow process, but another skin being accepted, and then we start seeing a proper Cobalt Jungle door collection. Yeah, that would actually love it, adore it, appreciate it ever so. So, only 59 listings. Barda's still holding up very strong. This is looking still perfectly fine. So if you missed out, jump on. It's up to you. Cool. But yeah, just to remind all of you, Cobalt Container. These 2 skins I wouldn't really consider being part of the same collection. You could, but it's not covered in leaves. So, yeah. Alright, understood. So best of luck to you, Mr. Cubist. But for what we have right there is the all or nothing sheet metal double door. It's a second attempt. Mr. PL3 and Donny, well, they've gone back to it. So with the acceptance of the large box, as I said, it took a while for this to happen, but finally we saw another skin being accepted. And these guys are now reinvigorated. They're going to go back, change up some of their skins, put them back out there, and again, loads of people are craving for a sheet metal double door at the moment. We've got some very nice looking options. Feel free to comment below which one's your favourite. But that right there, super bright, super noticeable. I think people like it regardless. So back over to here, looking at this, and consider the garage door as well. Garage door unfortunately is struggling, but that's garage doors this year. I've made a video literally talking about garage doors this year. Go look at my recent videos, you'll see it for yourself. I yap and yap and yap. But the point is, with so many garage doors being accepted in such a short amount of time, of course that was inevitable, down to half its price. With more and more skins being accepted, it's a struggle for them to maintain interest and maintain their price. That large box, you're currently in the Rust store at the moment. You're not selling too ridiculously. You're super bright, super noticeable. And if we were to see another skin being accepted, I could see that working out very, very nicely. That's an abnormal skin for tomorrow. We'll chase after that, and we'll see how things turn out. But we'll have to discuss that tomorrow. So things are looking pretty appealing. I would expect that to cause the other skins to spike in price. But the large box is definitely one that we want to keep an eye out for the mostly, okay? So best of luck to you two. And that just so happens to be the last deployable of the video. We're about halfway already. Yes, we are. So, out of all these deployables, which one was your favourite? Which one do you think has a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted in an upcoming Rust store? Feel free to comment below. For now, of course, I'm going to talk about weapons and tools. I definitely didn't forget what I was about to say next. Nope. First up, here we have the Pocket Eruptor Rock. You know what? It's been quite a while since we've had a rock, even though we've had tons of them. I think, it's been like a month now? God, we should probably have another one now, don't you think? So, produced from Anubis Dunk, here we have the Pocket Eruptor Rock, a volcanic design. And does it glow? There is no mentions of that, no showcasings of that. Judging from what I see there, no, it doesn't glow. Fair enough. Best of luck to Anubis Dunk. Let's see if that works out nicely. Now over to here. Oh, speaking of, when was the last time we had a satchel charge skin being accepted? Pause the video and start guessing. Okay, the answer is we haven't had one since Christmas 2023. It's been a year and a half since we've had one of these being accepted. Kind of surprising, you do use them quite a lot. But one thing I always say, in the past, they were really bad investments. Because realistically, think of this. How often are you actually actively putting in the effort to skin your satchel charges? The reason I bring that up is because you throw it, kaboom, it's gone. And all the prices didn't look very good. But due to a lack of new skins appearing for a very long time now, those prices have actually started to improve. Some of these skins are actually looking pretty alright. Now, are they like huge investments? Were they like big fat profits? Not really, but these were down bad, real bad before, like half the price and whatnot. So, just bringing that up. Perhaps you might want to consider looking at this totem satchel charge, which glows in the dark ever so nicely. Do you like it? Are you a fan? Do you want to hold it? Best of luck to Mr. Kosam. Let's see if that works out nicely. Crimson Alloy Hammer version 2. Produced by Vold. An interesting cushiony sort of design. Nice metal framing right there. I hope it still does a perfectly fine job. No mentions of glow. Looks pretty. What do you reckon? Best of luck to Vold. But there's competition. Talking about cushiony. I was going to smack that there. So, yeah, we got the Smiley Hammer. And, produced by K. Vladimir. Do we see the other side with the pow and the bang? Yeah. Now, if only we had something like this, right? Where it actually would make all the squishy noises. I know we have the April Fool's joke, but it would be nice to have it all year round. It would probably get very annoying very quickly. Yeah. And we already know about that, don't we? But yeah, this doesn't glow. I would have preferred that. But regardless, if we see new hammer being accepted, people like it, people appreciate it. So if you like this in particular, feel free to show support. Best of luck to K. Vladimir. Right then, let's move on. Got some tools. Well, and a knife. Isn't a knife a tool? Sort of. Knife. So, Barurik has produced a Gorilla Combat Knife. We recently got the carrot knife being accepted back in Easter, and that was the first combat knife skin to be accepted after about 4 years. How's that currently doing right about now? So you were like, what, week two? Week 2? And it's up in price because it's sold next to nothing. This whole Rust store sold next to nothing. So yeah, okay, fair enough. But looking at like combat knives in general, because we've had like a sheer lack of them, not knife or knife. Yeah, there you go. Due to a sheer lack of new skins being accepted, as you can see, positive, scroll. I can't move. There you go. Positive. These have actually gone down in price. I'm actually surprised by that. But it's only down by 3%, so yeah. Yeah, sorry about SMM. It's a bit funny. But what we see here, it's a perfectly fine green design. Not much else to say. But if it were to be accepted, I wouldn't be surprised if it still works out very nicely. So, alright, best of luck to Barurik. Over to here, Jungle Tomb Stone Hatchet. Now, let me just quickly confirm. Is that the only stone tools? Yep, okay. This is a collection continuation. Some time back we had the sleeping bag being accepted, didn't we? Sepesh has now decided, you know what, I'll go do tools. Because he did try and get some deployables accepted. He made some very nice looking skins. But, well, no acceptances as of yet. But back over to here, what was it? May 8? Yeah, May 8, because that's the smaller Rust store. There it is. That's actually doing a very good job of retaining its price. People do seem to appreciate a green sleeping bag. Who would have guessed? So it's very thin here, and then you got like 131 listed at just over $4. So that sold at $2, and you got Barter's gone all the way up to that and more. Looks like that'll be doing a very good job regardless. and working out quite nicely as we go through the summer, because as you can see, very thin. So if we were to see potentially a collection continuation, yeah, I think that sleeper bag would appreciate it a lot. But let me just sit here and say, I'm surprised because that did sell quite a lot. But then again, you know, when you actually look at it and see that like the vast majority of the stock are above a certain price, that's in a very good sweet spot right there. It's your choice. Do you want to jump into it now? Well, cross your fingers and hope this is accepted. And, you know, consider showing support. Best of luck to you, Supesh. And if you have ideas what you'd like to see next from the Jungle Tomb collection, feel free to comment below. Red Hot Furnace Hatchet. Yes, we're now looking at the actual proper tools now. So that's a cool looking design produced by Giliac. No, oh, does it glow? It does. I didn't even read the thing there. Hedge, you're rushing too quickly. I'm sorry. But yep, same would apply with the pickaxe. There you go. Lightens up quite nicely. Now, glow-in-the-dark tools. Giliac, if you're going to do glow-in-the-dark tools or weapons or whatnot, always provide an alternate version that doesn't glow. People don't like glow-in-the-dark tools that don't want to be seen at night time. It's fun and it's silly, and skins like that do get accepted, but people probably won't like it, just saying. So provide the options of non-glow as well. Regardless, if you like it, people, feel free to go ahead, comment below, show your support and comment below if you want to. Best of luck to Giliac. I've just deleted the thing I shouldn't have deleted. Good job, Hedge. Valkyrie Tools. Produced by Mega Handsome and Ico. We've got a nice, cool looking design right there. Get a look at that. And then over to here, we also happen to have the pickaxe. Yes. Get a little zoom on that. Get a look at the detail. And yeah. Do you like the design? Feel free to comment below. And best of luck to these two. Now over to here, this is a collection continuation. Quite some time back, Zinc got a sword accepted, and he's produced many other skins, but unfortunately, none of them were accepted. Maybe until now. With an interesting bit of transparency, you have a very cool looking hatchet right there, and of course a very stylish looking pickaxe right here as well. Oh, yes, beautiful. So, what's that sword currently doing? Well, it's an antique, it's a salvage sword, so what do you reckon? Sorry to say, but it is down in price. That is selling for around half the price it sold for. Yep, sold at $2.49, now it sells at $1.20 on the Steam market. Oh dear. But again, if you're fully well aware of salvage sword skins in general, that's not surprising, is it? So, okay, fair enough. Would the tools help spike, cause that to have a nice spike of price? I don't think so, no. I've seen many instances in the past where we've had some like weapons and tools being accepted at the same time, and yeah, we've been over this a lot of times as well. That doesn't tend to work out very nicely, so okay. Still, a nice looking design there. You could go ahead and buy one for yourself if you want, and you could keep an eye out and see if these tools are accepted in the future. I just don't really expect them to cause that much of an impact, so sorry. But still nice looking continuation. Consider showing your support. Oh, here we go. Right. First of all, Python Lattice. This is produced by Sean Mick. Lattice is a collection they've been working on for quite some time, but he never got an acceptance. So sometimes this will happen. A skin creator will make a collection but doesn't get picked up. They'll leave it, but then return to it like a year later, just to see if they could get it accepted then. What I see here, it's a perfectly fine looking design. I see no issue with it. So best of luck to you, Mr. Sean Mick. What about an aim down the sight image? Well, apparently not then. Why does nobody ever do that? We always ask for it. Anyway, best of luck to you, Sean Mick. But you do have competition. Yeah, that's competition, right? Okay, so I never saw that. Anyway, yeah, this is a heat seeker skin. Yep, yes it is. Okay, and that's named down the sight image. I've already talked about this. If you go look at my YouTube shorts right now, you'll see I've already got a showcase of this. It's not that much of a short video, but it's 3 minutes of me pointing out that we have pythons that look the exact same way. Bombshell Python, Redemption Python, and of course Blackout Python, they have the exact same transparency on the aim sight. So if you're going to sit there and say, oh, surely that spiker price will go crazy and whatnot, I think this would probably be the weakest one, purely based on the fact that, again, we already have like cheaper options. If they accept that Python, they're probably going to sell it for $3 like all the other skins, or $2.49, or maybe $2, regardless. Chrome Bombshell Python, $2.12. Redemption Python, $2.35, and of course Blackout Python, $11. On my YouTube, so if we go over to here, we go take a look at this, and it's loading up for some reason. Come on, wake up. Well, there we are. Yes, go give that a good watch. It will literally showcase to you that they're essentially the same. All right. Now, what's going good for that Python in particular is the fact that the Heatseeker collection's going absolutely wild right now. I'm sure we can agree to that. So there's a lot of investment behind it. There's a lot of support behind it. Point made? Yeah. All right, cool. So, like, at the end of the day, if that were to be accepted, you're probably going to start seeing, like, all the other Heatseeker skins could probably spike in price a little bit more interest, demand being stronger and whatnot. People are going wild for it. But I have to ask you now, what would you like to see next? What Heatseeker weapon do you reckon needs to be made next? I keep vouching for a sheet metal double door that glows with transparency. That's what I'm vouching for. But he wants to commit to weapons. So, stand up and say what you think would be awesome next. We've already got some comments as well. So, P2, but he wasn't very happy with how the P2 looks, so he put it to the side for now. But yeah, let's go take a look. LR300. LR300 probably is a very good shout. The transparency you can pull off with that it'd look very nice. But how often are you using an LR300? Yeah. So we'll see what's next. I've also mentioned the idea of doing a crossbow. I showed him the cargo heli crossbow. Let's see if he considers that as a nice idea. So yeah, I think that would insert itself and slot itself perfectly with the collection. But I don't think that would be the strongest one. I think that would probably be the weakest. It's in terms of sales and in terms of like maintaining its price. I think we'll agree with that. So cool. We'll leave it at that. Best of luck to Vase. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at some custom SMGs. And we've got quite a lot of them. Alright, so over here we have the LSD SMG. Produced by Saychains, it's bright, it's colourful, it's melting in front of me. Ooh, that seems to have more colour compared to that one. I'm not sure about that. I can look at the aim sight. Yep, looking pretty cool. So best of luck to you, Saychains. That's a pretty cool, silly looking design. But over to here, competition, and that's a collection continuation. Produced by Sunart. What do we have right here? That is, that's an MP5. That's an SM... Anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've made a Starry Dream MP5 previously, but we're looking at a custom SMG. This is a weapon-only collection, and unfortunately it's not holding up super great, but then again, weapon-only collections, that's kind of expected. But yeah, looking at that aim sight, it seems to be white, stands out reasonably. Okay, just don't go in the snowy regions. And over to here, Starry Dream. How's it looking? We have the AK47, we have the SAR, and we have the Thompson. Thompson was of recent acceptance. It's only down slightly, but much like with that being accepted, it hardly changed these two. And I would expect the exact same thing with the custom SMG. And yes, the MP5 was made previously. So, no, I don't think that would have a massive impact on the pre-existing skins. But I've said this before, Sunart, couldn't hurt to consider making some Deployables. I think could make some very lovely looking designs with that. So, best of luck. But again, competition. And what do we have right here? Cybercore SMG. Now, I've made a video showcasing this as well. So back over to here. Here we are. A lot of people making some jokes about how nobody wants to use the Cybercore MP5 anymore now that we have the Heatseeker one. And I put a silly tweet out, and Mr. Fresh, the man behind the Cybercore collection, saw it. And he was motivated to go ahead and return to the collection, and well, he's gone ahead and made the custom SMG. Consider giving this a good watch to see it for yourself. It has transparent aim sight, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would greatly appreciate it. The nice, cool, colourful design has returned, and when you see this for yourself, where's the panels? They're gone. A useful red aim sight for good, good for all like the environments and whatnot. I think a lot of people appreciate that. So to get a much better look at that, please consider watching the short video. But over to here, looking at that MP5, it's still doing very good. Like this MP5 came out at the exact same time. Where is it? I don't know where it is. Let me just go look up MP5s. That'll probably help. It came out at the exact same time we got that awesome looking Twitch drop. You know, the green one right there? Yeah. Same week. And yet this still flourished. But it has gone down in price a little bit. Again, with the Heatseeker MP5 coming out, kind of like had a bit of a negative impact on this. Yeah. However, if we start seeing Cybercore having a resurgence, oh my, look at that. Ooh. Yeah, I would love to see it like spike up again, and then we see a lovely series of them and whatnot. 2 active transparent aim sight weapon collections at the same time. What has become of Rust? Well, we'll see if that happens, but regardless, we still haven't had a Heatseeker Custom SMG yet, so let's see what happens with that. Best of luck to you, Mr. Fresh. Keep up the good work. Revolver, please. And what do we have here? The Ruin SMG. So let me just quickly confirm, yeah, we have a cutout version as well. This should be expected from now on. Skin creators have noticed that Mr. Vase was allowed to do it, so now they're all going to do it. But they've also provided options to have, you know, with the bits, you know, what I'm trying to showcase here. You know what I'm trying to say. So this, of course, has little panel bits here, and then he has one without. So if they still provide both options, Face Punch can still pick the one if they want to avoid more transparency. You get the idea. Cool. Anyway, a nice useful redeem site here, and we recently just had the SAP being accepted. Light green, people in theory would like it, especially in the jungle region, and of course maybe in like the forest. If you're going to go full green in a grassy green environment, you might need your weapon to be green as well. Yes, it has these red wrappings and whatnot. Well, you're going to be holding it, so you're not going to. The people aren't going to see that. So, okay, fair enough. Interesting. Let's talk about that. Ruin collection. We have the AK, the Garage Door, the SAR, and recently we have the SAP. SAP's okay. All right. It's not like down super bad. I know some people brought this up to me. Like, there's only 35 listings, and there's like 4 or 5 listings below its Rust price. That hasn't halved in value. The barders are still there. That's fine. This is behaving like a SAP. Next month, when we're in the midst of like the summer, look at it again. It'll probably be up to like $2.30. Yippee, profit. But that was to be expected, right? Now, that AK, that SAR, they've been appreciated with the jungle update. The Garage Door, of course, as well. But would we see a nice spike of spike of price if we were to see like a custom SMG being accepted? I don't think so. When this appeared, this hardly changed. It was the same. It's still the same, right? So, no, I don't think the custom SMG would have that much of an impact, but I think a lot of people would appreciate that. And that's where you can now consider showing support. Either to this one or the other custom SMGs. Lots of interesting options have been provided. We'll see what becomes of it, right? So, best of luck to Bad Trip and Mr. Hulk. Now we have MP5s. Yes, indeed we do. There's a lot of them as well, but this one at least just has some alternate versions. Gold 999.9 MP5, produced by a loser. Give that a good look. It's nice, golden, shiny. And where's the aim down the sight image? I don't see it, and I'm sad inside. Well, best of luck to you, Mr. Loser. Now over to here, we have the red gold MP5, produced by Sendox. Get a good look at that. Very nice. Aim down the sight. Thank you, sir. Red aim sight. Is that transparent? Is that you got to add transparent if that's transparent. See, this one says it's transparent. Did you use the same pictures? I think it did. Well, okay. Okay, I see what he's done. That's still transparency. That's still transparency. I know you got the ring there still, but like, still transparency. He's removed the thing. It's just a floating dot. It's just a floating dot. Someone should do like a sci-fi skin if you could do something like this. Well, Mr. Sendox, best of luck to you, but yeah, it's just a floating dot. Best of luck. Over to here, we have the Airsoft MP5, which comes in 3 different versions, provided by Sky Noise. You could get it in orange, white, or interesting red. Huh. Red and pink? Never seen that before. That looks quite cool, actually. Yeah, alright then. So, would you prefer to have the tiger version, or the cow version, or the candy version? Which one's your favourite? Aim down a sight, orange aim sight, looking pretty good. Thank you very much. Aim down a sight, looking at the sight, white aim sight, looking good. Is this going to be red or pink? Let's find out. It's looking like it's pink. Like, honestly, I'd go for that. That looks nice. I've never seen a pink-red colour scheme, and I'm actually thinking that could probably be the thing you go after. Let's see if this is accepted, first of all. Like, no, maybe Face Punch would accept the orange one. Okay, fair enough. But, yeah, if you're a skin creator watching me right now, red and pink, what do you reckon? Probably taste like strawberries. Anyway, best of luck to Mr. Sky Noise. Best of luck to you, and yeah, which one do you prefer? Feel free to comment below. One Thompson. Oh, that's nice. Pigeon is trying to get their Heaven Sent collection kickstarted. They have produced some very nice looking skins, many interesting weapon skins, but not one of them has been accepted as of yet. But useful aim sight, interesting pearlescent white, gold trim, looks nice, but yeah. Which one could we see start this off? Or maybe it'll be a different weapon. We'll find out. Best of luck, best of luck. Now we move on to a shotgun, one SAR, and quite a lot of AK-47s. Quite a lot indeed. Yes. When does it stop? I don't know. Why am I still going? Why does it keep continuing? How many? Not enough. Field tested pump shotgun. So we've got a factory new collection, and now we've got a field tested collection. Little by little, we're getting closer and closer to our Counter-Strike. But yeah, who's going to do the well-worn and the minimal wear and the battle-scarred collection? Actually, we already have battle-scarred weapons. We're only getting closer. Anyway, for what it is, it's a perfectly fine looking design there from Mr. 9K. Haven't had a pump shotgun skin yet, so yeah, a nice, cool DIY design. Best of luck to you, Mr. 9K. Over to here, we have a collection continuation. This is the Hellborn SAR. Mr. Cowboy Legends decided to jump back onto this. Why didn't you do a super transparent aim sight? You know you could have. You didn't want to do it, I guess. Or you just want to just resubmit it. But alright, cool. Pretty scary look of design. Oh, yes. But I've got to remind all of you, the Hellborn collection, whilst we had some weapon skins, they haven't gone down in price that much. So you'll see this for yourself. Okay, so yeah, we've got 3 weapon skins, a crossbow, an AK, and a custom SMG. They're not doing super great. But compared to other crossbows, AK-47s, and custom SMGs, they're not doing that bad. They're actually performing a little bit better. People do seem to like this collection enough, but weapon-only collection, potential brand new weapon. So, yeah. I'm not having that much faith. Whilst there is just a little bit of transparency, but not all the way, people would probably still rather use the heat seeker, I'm afraid, Mr. Cowboy Legend. But hey, we'll see if it works out nicely. If it's to be accepted, I still would expect a decent amount of sales. So, best of luck, best of luck. But I don't think that's going to have an impact on the pre-existing skins. Origins AK-47. Yes, the first AK-47 for this week. That is an interesting stone-carved design. Looks pretty cool. Actually looks pretty cool. So best of luck to you, Minoic Man. But of course, competition. Black Crown AK-47, produced by Kavahu. Get a good look at that. Got an arrow go through the head of a skull there. Aim down the sight if we may. There we go. What do I say? It's a greenish, dark green aim sight. Okay. Alright, that looks fine. That looks cool. A fun, silly looking design. Best of luck to Kavahu. Best of luck, best of luck. Over to here, we have the Reaver AK-47, produced by Mr. Slivkey. Got a little happy face there to the side. A fairly standard looking design, but hey, people aren't too upset by those. Where's the aim down the sight? Where is the aim down the sight? Is it red? Is it green? Is it blue? I can't tell. I cannot tell. It's not actually aiming down the sight. Looks like it's just a standard black aim sight. Alright, fair enough. Cool. Well, best of luck to you, Mr. Slivkey. Now over to here, we have the Rub Frame AK-47, produced by Rosato. A nice yellowy sort of mosaic design. He aims down the sight, and I see it for myself. It's a standard black aim sight. Still good for every single environment. So, best of luck to you. And there's a second version in which you have the stock taken off. That's it, transparent stock. Cool. So, best of luck to Rosato. And, of course, there it is. Yep, cool. Now we have the Serpent Knight AK-47 produced by Jeeba. You've got snakes slithering all over. Get a good look at that. Do you prefer the green snake or do you prefer the blue snake? Which side are you on? Feel free to comment below. Now if we were to aim down a sight, which I hope we do have. There we are. I can see that this one has a light blue aim sight and this very likely have a light green aim sight. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And yes, it does. Okay, fair enough. Cool. Best of luck to Jeeba. Which colour do you prefer? Feel free to comment below. Oh no, I can't say that to the system, Mr. Verona. I'll get in trouble. But yes, we have ourselves a little bit of a a fun little anarchy sort of style AK-47. Yes, this is the, I can't say it because I want to keep my monetization. And yeah, it's a nice looking AK. But yeah, no aim down the sight image. So best of luck to Mr. Verona, but I'm not saying that, sorry. Okay, we have the Aztec Gold AK-47, and we've got a GIF showcasing it as well, so that's always nice. Produced by Mr. Drag, get a good look at that, nice and golden shiny. And over to here, Drag, if you're worried about your gifts, you can always provide a YouTube video. Just saying. 10 seconds, just quick move around, reload, name down the site. Miles better. But for what we have here, we've got the aim sight. Thank you very much for that. Nice golden shiny. Do you like it? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to Mr. Drag. Isoparam AK47. It has transparency. Okay, so I'm looking at that. That's actually a pretty cool looking showcase right there. I do believe we have a second version here as well, the green version. Yep, it's also called Isoparam. Now, if we could look at the aim sight, all right, what do we see? Because it says transparency. Okay, I see it. I see it. It's not insane, but like, I know a lot of people might bring up the Heatseeker AK47. That transparency isn't that wild. It's fairly tame. But I will sit here and say, there's an AK47 Twitch drop on the horizon. Actually, there's two. There might be more. But yeah, they have transparency. We'll talk more about that in a bit. But for what we have here, do you like the colourful design that we see? It's like tempered in a way, but more yellow and pinkish. And this is like all nice and green all over, emerald. It's Gamma Doppler. Alright, so if you like it, feel free to go show support to Holodno and Kolotinsky. Best of luck to you too. But of course, there is more competition for AK-47s. For over here, we have the Brutalism AK-47, produced by Alloy and Hook. It's made out of brick. No, it's just a joke. It's another stone carved style design. And if we could just quickly look at the aim sight. Come on, guys, aim down. There we go, thank you. Right, that's my fault. I didn't see it fast enough. Yep, looks like it's actually a very dark grey option, which should stand out in most environments. Just don't look at shadows. So yeah, do you like it? Would it go well with your Brutalist base? Best of luck to Alloy and Hook. Now to here we have the Tail AK-47. This is a version 2 produced by Mr. Hessiam. A very nice and gilded, like, lovely gold trim all over. Lovely patterns. And when we look at the aim sight, it looks like it's just a standard aim sight. So, okay, fair enough. There it is. Thank you. Didn't see that. That's my fault. Yeah, it's looking like it's metallic. Yeah, that's fine. I have no issue with that. So best of luck to Mr. Hessiam. Let's see how that could work out ever so nicely. And then we have Blood Moon, produced by Cryo. We've got a little gif here showcasing it in the day. The cool looking heron. Is that the right type of bird? Is it a stork or a heron? I don't know. I thought storks bring life. Well, this one ends it. So, Blinding Beauty, Unspeakable Horror. All right, get the name off. All right, yeah, I'm losing control. But yes, a very nice, colourful design. Do you like it? Are you a fan? That shows the aim sight there, which is red. But do we have like an actual showcasing of the aim sight? There we go. Lovely. Out of all the pictures you could take of your weapons, that's the most important one. That's what a lot of people want to see. For some reason, a lot of people neglect to do that. Oh, I want to show off on the side. Cool, but we can see that in your thumbnail. Okay, so what we see here, perfectly fine looking skin. Best of luck to you, sir. And of course, we have a modified AK-47 aim sight. Oh yes. So it's another one. Again, if Face Punch are allowing it at the moment, skin creators will follow that. They will provide. But like what he's just done, he's provided a version with and without transparency. Face Punch will be the ones who decide which one gets accepted. So best of luck to you, Cryo. Let's see if that works out. And what do we have right here? Croco AK-47. A nice green scaly design with tons of teeth. It actually looks more like a T-Rex there. But yep, look at the aim sight. Red aim sight with its lovely green design. Alright then, so I'm sure you're fully well aware we've already had some Croco weapon skins. First of all, it was the double barrel shotgun. Then we've recently got the SAP. Croco, why is it not showing you at the same time as a collection? I guess SMD ABP doesn't realise that. Okay, so let's just scroll down over to here. Was it it's the previous week we had the Croco SAP, wasn't it? There it is. So I'll just look over to here. That's down by 5% at the moment. And then I think the double barrel shotguns is also slightly down. Oh, slightly. More like a lot. Oh, down 40%. Oof. So even though we had the SAP being accepted afterwards, it still dropped off. That's quite unfortunate. Because there's not that many listings there. But of course, a SAP is different. They tend to do a much better job of retaining their value. That's essentially doing net. Yeah, you'll sit there and say, but it's down in price. Yeah, it's down because there's 2 listings below its store price. There's only 27 listings. Huh. But yeah, difference night and day. So if we were to see an AK-47 being accepted, do you reckon we could see that working out quite nicely? We'll see, but I'm kind of having doubts. Like, this is already starting to go down. SAP will probably be that'll probably be its worst. But that could still go lower, unfortunately. So let's just be a little bit cautious. I'm having doubts, but I think independently people would appreciate a nice green AK47 like that. Best of luck to Little Ranger and Graham Crowan. And then lastly, the last weapon for today. That right there is the Prisma Beam L96. A very nice looking, strange sort of like, I don't know, is it melting? Is it like a lava lamp of some sort? Looks interesting to a point. Then you're going to have to ask me. Not ask me later, I accidentally clicked that earlier. I wouldn't have did it at the thing over. But yeah, Well, if you're looking for an L96, perhaps you have the option right here in front of you. Best of luck to you, Mr. Even. And yeah, that is it. That's the last weapon skin for today. So out of all the skins we've taken a look at, which one stood out to you the most? Which one do you reckon could potentially be accepted in an upcoming Rust store? I am now going to move on and start yapping about all the clothing and armor skins. First up, we have a dead bag large backpack. Obviously in the vein of like the actual like... you know when someone dies and they leave behind their inventory and you got to go pick it up. Yeah, you get the idea. So he's made a backpack exactly like that. That's pretty cool. People do like to see like skins like this being made. Face Punch is very approving. Like all those box skins that are made in reference to all the actual in-game like loot boxes we have. So, okay, cool. Mr. Skurat, let's see if that works out nicely. Best of luck to you, good sir. Then we got some interesting looking primitive skins to take a look at. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Here we have the Warborn cap produced by Scrapin. Giggle at this. It's been a while since we've had a cap skin. And by that I mean since Valentine's. No, it was the one after. We had the with the crown, didn't we? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I was like, oh, surely we're not going to see another skin, and then yeah. Anyway, Scraping, that's a cool looking design. Best of luck to you, good sir. If you like it, feel free to comment below. I mean, well, comment here and then vote if you want. Whatever. Move on. Cocoknight Bandana. So, what was it? Last week we saw the backpack, and, well, there you go. Backpack was accepted. So, Mishka and Svonsberg have gone ahead and made a bandana, which, to my surprise, wasn't actually part of this whole thing. But, hey, you know, you have it. It's right there. Do you reckon that blends in very nicely? Is that something you like to appreciate with the coconut armour? Or, coconut. Well, show support, and best of luck to these two. That would be a collection continuation, no Hedge. You're right. Well then, let's go talk about the backpack. Yeah, it just occurred to me, hang on a minute, don't you need to talk about that? Yes, you do. So this is in the Rust store right now, selling at $2, and it's currently sitting here with just over 10,000 subscribers. By default, Hedge is a bit hesitant when it comes to backpacks. Could you see this collection, proposed collection, potentially, what's the word to say? Could you see it dabbling into like clothing, such as hoodie and pants? Could you see it dabbling into like burlap and maybe hide clothing and whatnot? Could it end up getting armor? Could we end up seeing like Cocoknight tier 2, tier 3 and whatnot? Would Face Punch allow it? It's the main thing. Think on that. I don't think the bandana is going to have a huge impact on that backpack. But I am starting to question how far could it go. So that's up to the skin creators. They can produce as many skins as they want, but it's up to Face Punch, you know, at the end of the day. So I don't think that would have a massive impact on the backpack, so I'll leave it as such. But still, the possibilities, feel free to comment below. Would you like to see some tier 2 and some tier 3 renditions in the vein of like the coconut armour? Feel free to comment below. Armour, bandana and poncho. Get a good at this nice, stylish, cool design, produced by Domch. Get a good at that. And you can also see how they built up the design there. Look at that. Looking very pretty. Cool, 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 cool. Alright then, so best of luck to you, Mr. Domch. Let's see if that pair could get accepted. But you do have competition, because over here we have the Shamar, head wrap and poncho. Giggle at that. Very nice, cool looking design. I know we've had the, what was it, the Prince head wrap. Oh, what's it called? I can't remember the actual name. You know what I'm talking about, though. The fairly older skin. That reminds me of that. But with this poncho, it's also looking very, very interesting. A nice, cool looking combination here for some early game skins. So what do you reckon? Do you like it? Feel free to well, you can comment. Feel free to message and whatever. Best of luck to Legacy. Sorry about that. My brain's just completely... But it does look nice. Looking at that with some maybe some burlap clothing in itself and some hide clothing, people would like that and appreciate it. Wild Panther, hide shirt and hide pants. Get a good look at this. Produced by Firefly and Anetta. Nice, cool looking black hide pair there. We already have quite a lot of black hide clothing. I do want to bring that up. We need to see white and green. Oh, don't start this, Hedge. Well, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe some desert stuff as well. People would like that. But another black one, hey, if it's proven to be successful so far, it couldn't hurt. But I'm not joking. We have had Cursed. We have had, what was the recent one? With a Pirate, Cursed, and of course, Tyre. Yes. Now, we did get the Rasmus hide vest and pants last Christmas as a Twitch drop. But, you know what I'm talking about. Would be... It couldn't hurt to maybe see some other ones, but hey, that's not up to them. Well, I mean, it could be up to them. They could do Polar Bear or something. They could. So anyway, best of luck to Firefly and the Netter. For what it is, I see no issue, and if it were to be accepted, I still expect it to sell quite a lot. It very likely would still, so best of luck. Alright. What do we have right here? This right here is a collection continuation. This right here is Black Alligator Roadsign gloves and boots with 2 separate versions. Wow. We got eyes there. I understand you take the alligator skin to make this, but did you really have to put on the eyes as well? Anyway, Mr. Viduka, like the past month, he was separately uploading the tier 2 pieces, but when all of them were they all got accepted. That was funny. But in this instance, he has submitted the boots and gloves together. That's cool. I'm happy to see it. Right, so if we were to see that potentially been accepted, what could become of the Tier 2 and, of course, the Tier 3? Well, first of all, we have to bring up that the Tier 2 is currently in the Rust store, and it is not selling as much as the Tier 3. That Tier 3 is looking like it's going to end up in some trouble. The point I'm trying to get across is, we would never have guessed that that would be too much. You'd only find out until later on when the other core pieces are accepted. We still potentially have hoodie and pants, and of course the boots and gloves. But that Tier 3 is looking to be a bit awkward now. The Tier 2? Oh, the Tier 2. The Tier 2 is already in a good spot. I do expect to see this actually working out quite nicely and getting a full set. That is something I'm going to sit here and say I anticipate. The boots and gloves will cause the Tier 2 to spike in price. All right? The kilt specifically is looking very, very, very appealing right now. Okay? It doesn't matter. We could just end up getting just the gloves. That would still be okay. We could end up just getting the boots. That would still be okay. So as long as we see more of this, we will be seeing those prices go up. But because there's an excessive amount compared to this now, and we'll have to wait and see what the hoodie and pants are like, this might be in trouble because there's a lot more of this compared to this. And let's say if the hoodie and pants only did like 15,000 subscribers, that's still quite a lot more here compared to that and that. This is looking to be in a very, 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 very good spot. This very likely might be the lowest selling piece out of all of the other core pieces. So we'll see what becomes of that. But yeah, the Tier 2 is only looking a lot more appealing right now, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow when we do the abnormal barders, because I'm probably doing a pretty good barter in that one now. Yes. So, alright, cool. It's nice to be aware of new things on the horizon, but next we anticipate hoodie and pants. Maybe a jacket. Jacket couldn't hurt Viduka. You could do a weapon or tool or something like that for a while. You know, if you want to pace yourself with the final core piece. But yeah, it's up to you. It's in your hands. People wouldn't be upset if you take a while. We just need to see it. Cool. Moving on to jackets. Here we have the Ripper Creep jacket. A very strange Ghostbusters style sort of design. We've got pictures here, there, and everywhere. Look at that. So this is produced by Mr. Jackie Wacky in DGG. Do you like it? Feel free to comment below. It's a bit of a strange looking design, but at least it looks like a jacket. We've seen so many jackets recently with transparency that it just looks like a cape. So, best of luck, best of luck. Speaking of that, yeah, this one also doesn't look like a cape. It is the Phantom jacket, produced by Mr. Shedmon. It's a nice, stylish, golden trim design. Get a good look at that. So, Phantom collection. This came out a long time back. I'm talking years ago. And I'm pretty sure not everybody is fully aware of it. Not to sound mean, but it has been a while. But yes, as you can see, the hoodie and pants doing very good. The Tier 2 do very good. The Tier 3, and that's another instance where the Tier 3 sold too much compared to hoodie and pants and Tier 2, and look at it now. Half its price, whilst all of these are doing very, very nice. If we were to see a jacket can also cause skins like this to spike in price. I don't know how in demand the Phantom collection is. How often are you using it? How often are you using it? Feel free to comment below. But it would be something I would anticipate quite nicely. We'll see how it goes. But no guarantees, right? would people instantly know that's part of the same collection? Well, I would like to hope people actually look at the workshop pages when skins are accepted. So best of luck to Shigmon. It looks nice, and I'm sure a lot of people will still appreciate it. We'll just see how it goes. Tier 3. We've got some interesting options. Oh, yes, indeed we do. So first up, TIAT. I don't know what that stands for. Very sorry about that, Uncle. From what I see here, it's looking like it's a perfectly fine looking design. That right there is the Piranha Tier 3. That looks cool. That looks like some sort of like a... let's see here. I didn't quit. I was working on a new approach, creating, presenting new skins. Okay, I thought that was like talking about the thing. Are they like some secret organisation? Probably, actually. They do look like grunts. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But yeah, if you want to add like a little story to your skin, you could put it here. Well, best of luck to you, Uncle. Let's see if that works out quite nicely. It's a nice... What's the word to say? Matte. It's not matte black. It's like grey. What am I trying to say? I was going to say it's an interesting looking black collection, but no, it's just like dark grey. Yeah, I like that though. Something a little bit different, so best of luck to you. But then I was going to segue over to here and say, look, now we've got bright green from Mr. Multi-Art Hatbros and Mr. Damned In. Jade Shard Tier 3. It's all nice and carved out, and probably very expensive as well. That looks nice to a point. Like, oh, there's your green armour. That's what you've been yapping for, right? And yet still, that probably would still look very good in the jungle, by the way. It probably still would look very good. So, best of luck to you too. Let's see if that works out nicely. Now, we've already talked about this before, but that was about 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago. Tire Tier 3. This was submitted some time back. Boots and gloves were submitted afterwards. Boots and gloves was accepted before this. If that's to be accepted, yes, tire will spike them on spike and price. Yes, that's the final core piece. We've been waiting for it, but Face Bunch just didn't want to accept the Tier 3 for a while. Well, 1J34633, they were like, well, you know what, why don't we just resubmit it, adapt it, change it. We've got a V2 here now. Again, same applies. If we see that tire Tier 3 being accepted, the Tier 2, the hoodie and pants, the boots and gloves, all of it will spike them on spike and price. And let me remind you, these skins did not sell that much. This is the lowest selling blackout alternative option we have in the game right now. So look at the kilt. Just barely over 9,000 subscribers. I bought 50 of those. I'm happy. All right. Tier 2 other pieces here as well. They're very comfortable. The hoodie pants. You only sold like 1,000 more. That's fine. 1,000 difference isn't that much. The Tier 3 could come out and then do 12,000 sales. That's still also reasonably fine. It's close enough. Things are looking good. Things are looking very good. Of course, you were here when the boots and gloves were here. That's spiked my spike price. That's spiked my spike price. Hoodie pants without appeared. That's spiked my spike price. Point made. This is going to be the final rendition. Maybe I'll also get like a jacket or something maybe in the future. But with it happening potentially as we go through the summer, oh, even better. Oh, even better. Because I think a lot of kids who haven't been playing Rust as much, they probably will see this collection for the first time. Wow, an actual affordable blackout option? Yeah. But with only so many of them to go around, they're not going to be affordable for long. No. So we'll see what becomes of it. But yeah, things are looking very good for that. And another attempt couldn't hurt. So best of luck to you too. Let's see if this actually gets finished. And that right there is a collection continuation to the recent backpack skin we saw being accepted. Coffee can and... there's actually two pieces here. Let me just quickly grab the other one. It's Roadsign. I don't know why they called this one Coffee Can. It's a bit awkward. But yeah, this is actually a Tier 3 skin set. And it is a continuation of the recent backpack that was accepted, which you'll see just over to... Where is it? Is it this week? No, it's that week. Ooh, there you go. Yep. So, this was accepted. It sold somewhat reasonably. And let me just remind myself, only just over 10,500. I did question this, though. Are we going to see, like, road sign skins? That's been done before. The whole idea of this was awesome for a backpack, but people in the past have made, like, road sign themed... You know what I'm talking about? We've also got, road sign. As in, you don't need to skin it. I don't know what's going to become of this. Like, are we going to see like an actual Tier 2 skin being made? I don't know. Are we going to get hoodie pants being made? I don't know. It's in a bit of an odd spot, but hey, it is a collection continuation. Maybe that works out like perfectly fine. We'll see. It's a bit odd. I'm confused. I don't know what to say really, but feel free to comment below your own opinion. Would you look forward to that? If not, okay. But if yeah, all right. Explain a bit more. Explain a little bit more. Would you like to see like Roadsign boots? That'd be a bit funny. But yeah, Roadsign hoodie and pants also. Roadsign jacket. There's a lot of fun things that could be made for this. But yeah, let's see if Face Punch would like that. I don't think they should have done the coffee can. It's funny. I just don't think that was the right way to go for it. But again, in the future, maybe we'll see like a version 2. Point made. Will we see that calls in the backpack to Spike Command, Spike and Price? Well, there's only so many of them there. Part of me will sit here and say, yeah, that'll probably go up in price a little bit. But by a little bit, I mean just like a few sales here and there, and that'll still go up in price quite significantly because there's hardly any there, so we'll see, we'll see. It's a bit conflicting. I'm not 100% sure, but your own opinions, I'd love to hear them. And that's that. That's all the clothing and armour skins. And, of course, if you could point out of all these clothing and armour skins, which one do you reckon has a very good chance of potentially being accepted? Which ones do you think have a very, very cool looking style to them? And out of all the skins today as well, what would be the few skins you'd pick out for your own potential preferred rust store? Feel free to write down your own ideas. And yeah, that's everything. Okay, so sorry if you noticed any problems with the video today. I was talking too fast. At the very beginning, I thought, oh, let's just try and see if I can do it like a lot faster because there's a lot of skins today. So if you thought it was a little bit odd, yeah, sorry. Trying something different. I've had some issues with SCMM as well. I'm well aware of it. You've probably seen it for yourself. It's affecting everyone, all right? There's been some issues. Steam itself isn't exactly being helpful at the moment either. But this shouldn't happen all the time. It should, at some point, improve and like be a little bit better, all right? Just pointing that out, okay? So, yep. Don't forget, the collection link is at the very top of the description. And I should also point out, we have TTG's top picks list here. Consider looking at the skins in the video. Yes, it's all there. It's all on display. You can get a much better look at all the skins. And, yep, you get the idea. I know we've talked about them already last week, but point still remains. You can get a good look at every single skin in the light or at night if it glows and whatnot. You get the idea. Cool. One extra thing I need to talk about. TTG has gone ahead and produced the official showcase, or rather the collection list of all the brand new Bellum skins, that being the Twitch drops that will be appearing at the end of this month, June 25 to July 2nd. You've got a week to get about, I believe it's 14 skins. 10 skins for a specific streamer and 4 generic drops. Not 100% confirmed as of yet, but I believe that is what's happening. All right? Now, if you've been keeping an eye on Twitter, you might have seen some of these skins already been showcased. So I did mention this earlier. Sheep Meadow Double Door, bright, colourful bunny girls. Well, there you go. There's also a large box that I don't see here. That's very bright and colourful. Very bright and colourful. You'll see that at a certain point. We have a Sheep Meadow Door over here as well. That one was new to me. I just spotted this one. So, okay. That's also looking pretty sweet. And some AK47s. I've had a bit of like I've already showcased this in the recent Rust rotation video. That looks awesome. Corolla always gets a very cool looking Viking themed skin, which you can see right there. But you're probably wondering, hey, hang on a minute, why aren't you showcasing these skins? Because I've got to wait until they're all out and then I'll showcase them to the best of my ability. And that right there, transparent aim sight, red aim sight, looking good. So if you're thinking about, oh, I kind of need a new AK, I think that's the one. Now, of course, there is also the brand new Ludovici AK47 as well. And what if we just aimed down the sight? Oh, look, it's the exact same thing, but red. So blue, red, which team are you on? You tell me. Cool. So that's being given away for free, and that's a big worry for the AK investments. Yes, even the Heatseeker AK might struggle a bit because of that. But then again, the Heatseeker has the Heatseeker collection, so cool. And I'm sure you've seen this for yourself, but look at that. Look at the mentions of what we're seeing here. Deco Light DLC. It looks like, I'm not 100% sure if it's standard Christmas lights. I'm not sure if it's, deluxe Christmas lights, or this is a brand new alternate version. But looks like we're getting some brand new fairy lights. Well, that's interesting. It specifically says DLC as well. Is this coming out independently at any time, or is it going to be Christmas time? I don't know. I've got to tell you though, I do like them. They're pretty. So cool. That's something to look forward to, I guess. So, all right, Twitch drops on the horizon, and of course, potentially a brand new set of lights to decorate your bases with and whatnot. Awesome. So, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was reasonably concise. I will have to edit some parts. I do apologise. But, yeah, I'll try and make do. So, have a lovely day, have a lovely week, and let's see what gets accepted for the June Force Wipe roster rotation. How many people are going to turn up for June Force Wipe? I'm expecting more. I'm expecting a nice big difference like we saw last year. A 15,000 increase for the average player count, and maybe a big fat increase with the boost for the peak player count. Oh, yes. So we'll have to wait and see. Catch you later. See you, goodbye.